This is a true and real life story.
Can you share your wife, your husband with someone else?
Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
I am very sure you must have heard of foursome. No, not in that way, but in a real way. Yes. Well, I want you to meet the two married couples who switch partners every day, every night. Two married couples will live and raise their families together and even swap partners. I've opened up about life as a foursome. Alicia and Tyler Rogers were already parents to two children, now ages 7 and 8, when they embarked on a romantic relationship with married friends Sean and Taya Atlas. Now, for some continent group of people, families, this could appear as a taboo, something that you cannot even talk about or venture into. But this is it happening here. Yeah, I'm sure Christian folks will frown at this, and Muslims will also frown at this. Aside polygamy that is allowed in Islam, I don't think this is acceptable in Islam. Neither is polygamy. 90% of Christian denomination will not accept polygamy, not to talk of them accepting this type of situation. Now, these couples are from the United States, and they moved together as a polyamorous foursome in 2022. And the following year, Alicia and Taya delivered babies 7 months apart. The shocker is this: they don't know who amongst them is the father of any of these children. That's the truth. That's the reality. These couples, according to what we hear, they live in a big house, big family, and they switch partners every night. Neither, like I said before, of the women know who biologically fathered their kids. Alicia said, well, if the children want to discover this down the road, of course, we will let them know, but it makes no difference to us as parents. We make sure that everybody feels equal. That's all. We don't really bother about this. At this point, finding out their genetics will change nothing. Now, this family of 8 live in Lebanon, not Lebanon in the Middle East. Of course, you know that will not be accepted. They live in the United States of America. They have amassed huge social media following with their big family and this strange and unique structure. And, they have shared videos of their, usual setup, how things work behind closed doors. And they said, we did not intend to fall in love, but here we are, the quad, who goes by the handle Polyfamily. Well, when we met, they said, we were just looking for something simple and physical. But when we all met each other, we just started to fall in love. In one of the clips, the men explained how they switch beds every other night and not in a relationship with each other, only with the women. Yes. Now, some people might say, oh, this is strange. I have never seen this before. The truth is this happens in Africa. In fact, I've heard a story where a man and a woman, both married, said this spiced up their marriage. Now, they've not gone to the point of living together, as this will be seen as strange. Soon, people will begin to suspect what is really going on here. Are they cheating on each other? What is really happening here? You see, but this couple, they do this in and out. It started first. Let me tell you the story. The woman realized that marriage wasn't flowing as it should between, both of them. And she kept on pressing. And the man said, you know what? If I tell you what this is, will you accept? If you accept everything that you want, whatever it is that you want, I will provide it. Apart from finance, my presence, love, 100%. And this woman asked, what is it? And he said, I want threesome. Really? What do you really want? Another man? No. Another woman. Who is this woman? Well, it's better you find. And she did find a woman that they paid. She will join them in this their, journey. And after a while, they say there is something called transference of spirit. It's something that comes upon you. Even if you said to yourself initially, I don't want this. I loathe this. This is despicable. This is not what I need. This is not what I want. Once you begin to practice, before you know it, they said practice makes perfect. And this time around, you just become what you claim you don't want to be. Now, the woman felt kind of cheated in this. How is it that this man will keep stroking these women like this? All right, you know what? Let us bring in a man. And the man said, really? Wow, I have a true disciple. He agreed. And this is how the journey began. Yes, 2 men, 2 women, back and forth. This is how the journey began. Yes. And she even made mention of how a woman who is a conk, when they say conk Muslim, I mean someone who is extreme in Islam, those types that will cover their faces, you will never see who they are and all of that. She's that type of woman. She had this inside of her, but she didn't know how to put this out. She's also married. So what they agreed on is this. We'll leave our city, leave our state, for those who live in countries where they have states. And they left. You understand what I'm saying? They left the state that people will probably bump on them, know who they are, and they will move. This woman, the Muslim one, very rich. They moved somewhere, and you know what it is. You know how it goes. She paid for everything. She will even pay them, pay for everything, pay for food, pay for all for them. 3, that's what it is. 3 of them to just do what they need to do. The man will service wife and this extra woman. And the law is this. The man does not have any personal contact with these women. It is the wife that handles all of this. And this is how they've kept on and on. In fact, when I listen to this, there are callers who called in and they, of course, obviously anonymous, they shared their own experience. Some of them say, yes, this has been my problem. I cannot just feel better, satisfied, and okay with just my partner, my wife. This has always been what has broken my relationship. I want 3-some, I want 4-some, I want whatever it is, some. This is it. You see? Well, this couple called themselves Closed Polyfidelicious Squad, or Quad. Sorry, not Squad, Quad. Meaning they don't typically date outside of the 4, just the 4. Literally, they call themselves the square. No one can come in between them, and they have kept this. They say they have 2 master's bedrooms on opposite ends of the house. Obviously, so you will not hear too much of what is happening there. Whilst this one is doing this, that one is doing that. Well, if you ask them, they will say, oh, we love our wives. But then, as you know, right now, in fact, not right now, even before, apart from people pretending, love has different definition, depends on who is involved in it. So they switch rooms every night. Some people have described this as confusing. They said this does not sound ideal. And, well, the truth is this. You cannot fake reality. You cannot get outside of your natural self, natural life, habit as a person. There are certain things that does not just go well with human beings. So these couples say they are not immune to emotions in their relationship and their joint struggles. Why did you not? I was taking care more of the emotion of your wife. Why didn't you do so to mine? Stuff like that. So they do have issues like that. And they felt that the best way for them, even though it was difficult, was for them to establish trust. Few issues with jealousy. Yes, they do have that. So that points to you, no matter how they try to pamper themselves or pretend, the truth is this, it does not make sense. It just doesn't work that way as human beings. That's it. It doesn't just work well as it should be. Oh, he didn't do it well. Really? And I did his own wife well. Stuff like that. These things are just, kind of, but, we are in a different time now. A lot of things are kind of now being said, like, it's okay. People are for LGBTQI, LB this, blah, 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 trans, non-binary, this and that. And there is always something that has always been on my mind. If all of these things are accepted, maybe one day, someone who is 65, 70, or someone who is 2, or let's say they have this age, 18. 18-year-old can say, I am 65-year-old, and it will be recorded, official. He's 18, but he's 65. If you want to confuse people with your sex, I'm not biologically a man anymore. I'm not biologically a woman anymore. And all of this, this is how all of these things begin. Everywhere is just turning upside down. So I'm thinking a movement will begin now where people will say, I am 85 whilst they are 17. It is their right to choose. After all, they are not offending anybody. But I think a time will come for that. So guys, what are your thoughts? What have been your experience? Drop it in the comment section. Have you experienced it? Do you have such inside of you as a person, like, this is the only way I can roll? This is the only way. This is the best way for us to roll and live life. Drop it in the comment section. Do not forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in the next one. Strange Life.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.